Greetings. Today is story time. Hope you stick to the end. I'm going to try to keep this to 5 or 6 minutes. We'll see how this goes. Anyhow, back in September, I decided to change up some things regarding my internet connection. I wanted to get rid of cable because I really never turned it on except for watching Syracuse basketball and football. And both of those teams were like kind of edgy, whatever. So I found myself turning off a lot of things really quickly, maybe just popping in for 5 or 10 minutes and then leaving because sometimes they'd be getting crushed, both teams. And I ended up saving $130 just by that move alone. So I'm thinking, wow, this is pretty cool. And the next thing you know, I got a new modem. So I've been with Verizon since 2015, and during that time period, I started out with one modem, and then I got upgraded to the 1 gigabytes, upload, download. That's what they tell you. You don't really get that, but that's what they tell you. So I got a new modem. So I took the other one apart, disconnected from the computer, put the new one, connected it, took the old modem to the Verizon Service Center along with the cable box. So totally clear. And hadn't really thought much about it. And then over the past couple of weeks, I had noticed that when I was uploading videos to the YouTube channel, everything was going super slow. I hadn't really paid attention initially, but I'm looking saying, whoa, that's kind of slow. And I was trying the mouse and I was trying to do things and it was just dragging. It's like, what the devil is that all about? So on Thursday, I decided I'm going to find out what's up. So I go to something that basically, it tests upload download speeds. And I didn't go to Verizon first because truthfully, I didn't know Verizon had one. So I started with one that I've been using for the longest time. Back in the 2000s. We'll just say I started way back then. So it said that the modem was working the way it's supposed to. In other words, download speed was around 957 megabits per second. Like I said, you don't ever really get the full gig. Upload said that it should be working around 850. I'm thinking, okay, those are great numbers. Now, it also does another thing where it calls device. So it depends whether it's your desktop or your laptop. I have a desktop. Laptop, we're not even going to talk about that thing. So it starts doing that one, and it's saying it's 50 download and 43 upload. I'm like, what the devil? How is that happening? That's not how it was with the old modem. So I start doing me. Me says, okay, it's time to research. So I started doing all this research, all these different web pages, trying to tell me how I can change things up. Maybe change this and change this. And I did that. And then I kept changing the Ethernet cords. And that wasn't getting anything done. And so I went to my other computer, which is in a different room, and I said, well, let's see what happens with this. Now, the thing is, that's not connected to a modem at all. I just wanted to see if it showed any difference. And that was already slow, but I didn't really worry as much about that. So I'm doing all this stuff, and I came to one page where it said something about looking at the stats for your Ethernet card, and maybe you need to update that and whatever. So I go in the control panel, I go into device properties, and I see the Ethernet card, and it says it's unplugged. It's like, how the devil can you unplug an Ethernet card? Initially, it didn't make any sense to me. So I'm running all kind of diagnostics. I'm looking up more stuff. And then I just get this epiphany. And it says, maybe I need to see if maybe the card is damaged in some way or something else. So I decided I'm going to open up the computer and take a look. Now, it's not hard to do, but it's cumbersome. I have all kinds of stuff on my desk. It's over there. It's big. It's heavy. This is not like today's computers whatsoever. I've mentioned before, I bought this the last week of 2008. I've done all these upgrades over the years, but it's still problematic, but I said, I've got to do it. So I finally get it over here, open up the thing, had to unplug it. I go disconnect this other thing so I can get to the card, and the card wasn't down in the slot like it was supposed to be. It was kind of loose. It's possible that when I changed modems and I pulled the thing out, for the other modem, that maybe it shifted the card a little bit. So I popped that card back in there. It gives you a little click, so you know it's there. Put everything back up. Put it back over there. And then I ran the speed test. And the first speed test was just like it had been before. But now for the device, it said that the download speed was 475 megabits per second. And the upload was 450. Now, it's still not a gigabyte, but I'm like, you know what? I'll take that. And while I was doing the test, I'm moving the mouse around. And the mouse is just like, yeah, I can do anything I want to. I have no problems whatsoever. Now, one of those other things I did when I was going through all this stuff is I connected with this guy. I don't actually know his real name, which is funny. But I've been talking to him like 4 or 5 years. He's the guy who actually recommended some years ago that I get the Ethernet card that I have. So I contacted him and I said, I'm having this issue. And he gave me, certain things. He says, well, the card should be good. Maybe you've got problems with the, the connection, the cable, whatever. So I had to get back to him and tell him that it turned out that the card wasn't in properly. And he asked me, why didn't you do that first? I'm thinking it never occurred to me. If I hadn't done all that other research, I never would have thought about opening the computer. It may seem like it was the easiest thing to do, but truthfully, being easy in one respect is not easy in the other respect because, like I said, it's heavy. I had to take stuff off of it. I had to move things around so that nothing would fall on the floor. I mean, it's problematic in certain ways, but that's how the old things are. Maybe one of these days I'll get a newer computer that's a little tinier. I can do more things with it. But, it's one of those kind of things where I think that everyone needs to look at when they have issues and try to find the simple solutions first. Now, even though that was a simple solution, that was hard to do. But I had a whole bunch of other solutions. I tried 3 or 4 different Ethernet cards. I looked on my other computer to see what that is. I tried to see if maybe I could connect it to the Wi-Fi. Computer ain't having that. Everything else seems to work fine. The other computer works with it well, but not here. So that's just how that is. But, sometimes you have to think maybe it is the thing that it might not seem like it's the easiest thing, but in retrospect, it was the easiest thing. There we are. Got through that. And what am I at? Okay, it's more than 5 minutes. Sorry about that. Hopefully, though, you've made it to the end. And I'm going to put a note in whatever it's called, the area on the video telling you how fast it uploaded. And hopefully it uploaded as fast as it's supposed to. That's all I have. Sunday morning, 47 degrees. That's supposed to be the high today. Oh well. Anyway, my name's Mitch Mitchell. That's all I got. See y'all later.